Hi, you guys. Welcome back to the As Told by Kenya podcast. I hope all of you guys are doing well. I don't really have any topics in particular for us to talk about, so I'm honestly just going to run through the questions and answer whatever questions that you guys want me to answer. I don't really have like anything in particular. Someone just has Beyonce. I don't know what you guys want me to talk about with Beyonce. I put up a tweet this morning where I said that I want people to get cheated on and get back with their cheating man without bringing up Beyonce. And I mean that with all of my heart. How come when the girls get cheated on and they want to take their cheating man back, the first thing they bring into this is Beyonce and Lemonade and all this stuff? It's like, girl, if you don't stand on your own 2 feet and take your cheating man back, you don't know that woman life. No more, you're not Beyonce, so why are we even comparing ourselves? And two, your man ain't Jay-Z. Like, at the end of the day, Jay-Z, like, is rich. Jay-Z is rich, and your man barely got a job. Like, what are we really doing here? Every time, I'm really big into, like, YouTube drama, not YouTube drama, like, YouTube, like, the girls on YouTube who have like boyfriends and stuff, like I know all the tea on who's getting cheated on and who's getting like what's going on with the YouTube couples. That's what I meant to say. I'm big on YouTube couples, and every time a girl gets cheated on by her man who's on YouTube, the first thing she bring up is Lemonade, and I'm like, goodness gracious, girl, if that help you sleep better at night, because I think that's what bothers me about it all, like the fact that it helps you. Like, I think being able to compare yourself to Beyonce makes you sleep better at night. I don't know, but you're going to have to stand on your own 2 feet when you take back your cheating man. I don't know what to tell you, girl. I do not know what to tell you. But that's one of the things that has been on my mind today. We can discuss what's going on with Asian Doll, Meg the Stallion, and JT right now, I guess. And I want to discuss the television show The Wild. So I guess I'll get those out of the way. Number one, let's get into the Meg the Stallion and all of that stuff going on. Okay, so there is this song, something about On the Tip, some song like that Meg the Stallion has, that the City Girls is on. Asian Doll was supposed to be on that song, but she wasn't. So Asian Doll played her version where she's on the song on Instagram Live, and somehow that transitioned into beef. You want the specifics, you're going to have to like go someplace else for the specifics, because I honest to God don't have any specifics. I live for drama, right? We know I live for drama. Therefore, I live for drama. So I want to, the girls fighting don't do nothing for me, but I don't want to see these girls fight. For like, we can go down the list. Like, I'm fine with the City Girls. I'm fine with JT. So I don't like the JT is always in some mess. Like, and JT don't need to be in no mess. And it seems like JT is the only person who is in the mess. Kari should be minding her business for the most part. So I don't know what's going on with that. And so I'm like, JT, why do you always have to be a mess? And here's the thing. So Asian Doll, she tweeted that she's been pretty all her life, and JT took that as a shot at her. Even if, let's say, JT is taking a shot at you. Let's say Asian Doll is taking a shot at you, JT, by saying, I've been pretty all my life. You don't respond to that type of shade, because that type of shade is put out for you to respond. It's just like if you watch Real Housewives, when Eva said Portia baby looked like Dennis with a bow, or when Candace said Ashley baby looked like Michael, that is 100% shade. But the issue with that shade is when you catch it, you gotta send them the same type of shade back. Because if you acknowledge it and be like, why you talking about me? Why you talking about the way my baby look? Why you talking about the way I look? It makes it seem like you pressed about something you shouldn't be pressed about. So people are at JT's throat because it's like, JT, She never said you was ugly. Why you so pressed? If you think you cute, JT, and you been cute all your life, why you so pressed by this tweet? That's what it looks like. Even though you probably know in your hearts of hearts, Asian Doll was talking about you. But the thing is, you can't prove Asian Doll was talking about you. So you just look like somebody who's upset because somebody said they was pretty and you took offense to something that wasn't offensive. That's the same thing about someone saying your kid looked like your husband. Like, either you have to admit that your child does look like your husband, or you have an issue with your child looking like your husband or your man because you think your man is ugly. So that's why you just don't respond to it. Send them the same shade back. Say Candace look like Dorothy. Like, and see if she like that. Like, send them the exact same shade right back at them. You can't respond to it like you hurt my feelings, because they're gonna deny. Because it's one of those sneak shades. You post a cat shade. Not me giving y'all a lesson in shade. You supposed to catch shade and throw shade back. So if someone say, if you know they think your man is ugly, so Ashley know everybody think Michael is ugly. So if you say my child looks like Michael, you say, and Candace, you look like Dorothy. And that's throwing shade back. That is throwing shade back. You look like your ugly mama. My child look like his ugly daddy. And now we looking at each other like, what's really good? That's how you throw shade back. So JT should have met Asian Doll shade with shade about Asian Doll that she couldn't clock. Like, you supposed to meet the same shade. But when you go to out of nowhere picking a fight, that is when the issue comes in. And then it just got real messy out of nowhere. Meg the Stallion got involved. And the issue with Meg the Stallion wants to be away from the mess, but she gets pulled into the mess, and I feel oh so bad for her. I feel bad for Meg the Stallion. I'm not gonna lie, because you can tell Meg the Stallion, for the most part, wants to mind her business, and I think by not quote unquote defending Asian Doll, she thought she was minding her business, but it just looked like she left Asian Doll out to dry. So that's why you probably got on your timeline today and saw a bunch of people talking bad about Meg the Stallion, because it does look like she left Asian Doll out to dry, but I don't think she intended to leave Asian Doll out to dry. I just think Meg is above it. Meg has had a hard year. This year has been short and long at the exact same time. Can you believe that this year Meg the Stallion got shot? It just feels like this year is dragging along and dragging along. It really does. You want to know what's so depressing about this year? This was around the time I was supposed to get my braces off this month, but so much has happened this year that I missed 6 dentist appointments for 5 months. And then my teeth are nowhere near being straight. So every time I look at my teeth, I'm like, I'm so annoyed. My bottom teeth are straight, but my top teeth, as you guys, I can clearly see, where I don't know if you've been a new Patreon person, you've never heard this. I was born without 2 teeth. I don't know if I've ever told anyone. I mean, I'm sure you can tell. I was born without 2 front teeth. Yeah, it's a common birth defect in some people. They say it runs in your family. So more than likely, some family member that I don't know and never met was also born without 2 teeth, but I was born without 2 adult teeth. So that's why I have 2 gaps in front of my 2, beside my 2 front teeth. I was born without 2 teeth. So yeah, we're trying to close that. And so it's one of those things that looks worse before it looks better. So that's what's going on right now with my teeth. We're trying to get those. But anyways, I don't know how I got on that. Oh, because December is depressing. Because when I first got my braces on 19 months ago, they told me, oh, by Christmas of 2020, you may be able to have them off. And now we're at Christmas of 2020, and they are not off. So that kind of sucks. And they're nowhere near getting off. It wouldn't surprise me if Christmas 2022, they're still on my teeth. But you know what? I take it in stride. I don't mind. I just want my teeth to look better, but Anyways, I don't know how I got on that, but long story short, I don't want to see Asian Doll Meg or JT fighting. Like, they're too talented. You want to know something that bothers me? There's this idea that the City Girls don't write any of their songs, and that's not true. That part breaks my heart because the City Girls came onto the scene, specifically JT came onto the scene writing her rap. So it breaks my heart that the narrative has become, because of Act Up, that the City Girls don't write their music. And it's like, but JT came onto the scene being a great lyricist and writing her lyrics. So that also bothered my heart. I'm like, the ways that we evolved. And then I do think Asian Doll does deserve some credit about the way female hip hop looks right now. I think Asian Doll does deserve some credit where credit is due right there. So it's just, I think everyone's right. Like, we don't have to be mean. It's one of those things where I'm like, we do not have to be mean. Anyways, let's move on. I always tell you guys, I always answer the first comment of every podcast. So if you get rewarded for being first, and the first person wanted me to talk about Smokey Glow and Angelica's drama. Unfortunately for you guys, because a few of you guys have asked, I did not keep up. I do not care. I do not care. It was just a lot going on, and like, I'm not like, I'm not invested. I am, honest to God, not invested. Like, I don't even watch all of the commentary. Like, I think Angelica makes good content. I think Smokey Glow makes good content. I don't know these girls. A lot of times people come to me and like, what do you think? I don't know these girls. I don't know them. Like, I follow both of them on Twitter, but both of them rarely tweet. And like, I think they make fine content. As far as what like woke me up to all this was Smokey Glow's pinned comment. I saw that they did a collab video. I didn't watch the collab video. I think Smokey Glow and Angelica doing collab isn't that much off base. And want to know what I did? I never heard about those prior comments, like why people didn't like Angelica. I never heard about any. I told you, I be staying out the loop. Like, I had no clue what people like didn't like Angelica about before that. So when I saw that they collabed, I thought nothing of it. I think it would be weird for me to do a collab with, first of all, anyone. I have no desire to collab with anyone, but definitely like for me to collab with Angelica or Smokey Glow. Like, I know we do the same thing, but I feel like we don't do the same thing. Like, I feel like Angelica is like a pure drama channel. Like, it's like, because Angelica does her like tea stuff, right? Angelica's like a pure drama channel, and Smokey Glow's like commentary / drama, but I still feel like it's just not where, like, everyone exists in their own lane. So but I think they are the most in common. First of all, they're white, and two, like, they have big audiences. Their audience like the same thing. So I didn't think it was that weird that they were doing a collab until I saw on the community page that Smokey Glow was putting up an apology to people, and then it just went all out of the place. But I do know my girl Earth Mother, she does have a video. Sharisa explains it all. I just butchered her name. She also has some videos on it that are good, because some people who I follow, commentary channels that I follow, did amazing videos on it. And so I don't know, child. I don't know. I know a lot of y'all be going off. I know a lot of you guys go off. But I don't know. I don't want to give like a cop out, but y'all know, if I had something to drag, I would drag. Like, we over here, there's only 2,000 of you guys. But no, I have no opinions. That is white woman drama. That is white woman drama, and I'm gonna mind my black business. Of course I will address drama pertaining to myself, but drama when it comes to another YouTube, it's not gonna happen. And this is why Kenya minds her business. I think the moral of this story is, this is why Kenya don't do internet friends. This is why Kenya doesn't do internet friends, because of this, because it's unnecessary drama. Do y'all not have enough drama in y'all personal life? In y'all personal life, do y'all not have enough drama? So why do I need to have drama on the interwebs? It's not gonna. And this is why I don't collab with people. This is why I don't be trying to make friends with people. This is why I don't be trying to collab with people, because I don't want anyone to feel indebted to me. I don't But with that being said, I do know this: when it comes to content wise, Smoky Glow makes some of the best content on YouTube. And like the drama commentary range of YouTube, Smoky Glow has that on lock. She makes some incredible drama videos. So that is where I can say about Smoky Glow. That's really like, I don't even know. I don't even know what's been proven right, what's been proven wrong. It's just all a lot. It is just all a lot. Anyways, the next question was, y'all wanted me to tell a college story time. Let me tell y'all about the time that I was followed into my dorm room by a strange man in the middle of the night. So if you went to the University of Alabama, which I'm sure most of you have not, on Saturday nights, was it a Saturday night? It was a Saturday or Friday night. I think it was a Saturday night. Okay, it was a Saturday night. The reason why the nights of these like things matter is because like, so the party schedule for UA is you party from Thursday to Saturday, which is like a common like party schedule. But the Saturday, so Thursday night is like the social friend party. So like you and all your friends like find little niche things to do. Like that's what you do on Thursday night. You have like a set thing you do. It's not like a huge party night in the sense that like frat row is packed. Thursday is like the you and your homies, y'all find the spot to be and y'all have a good time. That's Thursday night. And then Friday night are the big frat row is packed. The thing is, I think you're the most safe on a Friday night in UA. A Friday night at UA is where you'll be the most safe, because frat row is really not that dangerous because there's so many people around. Like there are so many people around. That does not change the fact rape culture, date rape, all those things are 100% still prevalent, because I could tell you some freaking stories. But for the most part, that's where things are the most like bumping. That's where the things are the most like popping. And like it's the easiest. The reason why that matters is it's the easiest to find transportation on a Friday night. It's the easiest to find transportation. I know they don't do this now because Tuscaloosa, that's where the University of Alabama is, they got Uber now, but my first 3 years of college, I believe, they didn't have Uber in Tuscaloosa. So the way you got around was you would like be on the back of people's trucks. So people would have trucks, like pickup truck. Y'all, it's Alabama. People would have like pickup trucks, and like everyone would pile in the back of a truck, and that's how y'all would get to where y'all need to get. So that was kind of easy. Finding a group of people to get on a truck with was pretty easy. Getting on the bus that ran to like different dorms was pretty easy. It was pretty easy to get on one of those and find your way to and from. So Friday nights, because that's like when frat row is the most packed, and at the end of the day, frat row, it's like almost like university like funded. So like it's easy. It's really easy. Like a bus will take you directly to frat row. It'll take you directly to the parties, and it'll take you directly home. So you really don't have any issue getting to where you need to be. And for the most part, you don't have an issue with locals. If you've been to college, you guys know the locals issue. You guys know that when there are too many locals around, like people who don't go to the school, a lot of bad things can happen. So Friday nights, you don't really get the locals coming around. You pretty much just get people who go to UA, and you get people who like visit, because more likely than not, if it's a busy Friday night, it's a game day. We're having a game day the next night. So the game day, usually like if we're playing a team like LSU, Ole Miss, Auburn, Mississippi State, like schools that are like close, a lot of their students come up to University of Alabama to party. And that's pretty that's pretty much the mix of people you'll get on a Friday night. You'll get students, and or Georgia, you'll get people who go to another school. But the word I'm about to use is safe, and that's not the right word, but there's enough people around that what happened to me the next night would not happen. So I say that to say Friday nights at UA is it's the most crowded, and it's the easiest to get transportation. So I never had a problem really going to and fro. Now, here is the thing. On Saturday nights, I usually did not go to parties on Saturday nights. I used to go tailgate because this is what you do at Bama. So if you went out Thursday, you went out Friday, then you have Saturday. And Saturday is a 24-hour festivity thing. I like football, so I go to the football games. So let's say the football game, this football game happened to be, it was like a 3:30. It was like a 3:30 football game. So, which means it'll end about 7. So if we get to the quad and we tailgate from like 11 o'clock till about like 2:30. So we're already like exhausted, mind you, because we was just up Friday night before. I remember the night before, I didn't get home to my dorm. I didn't get home to my dorm until like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, because I remember this stupid police officer was sitting there and he was like, is she okay? I was perfectly fine because I actually walked home. Like from frat row, I walked all the way. I was the skinniest I ever was my freshman year of college because I used to walk everywhere. So I walked home and I was fine. But I remember it was like 5 o'clock in the morning. It was also kind of cold. So I remember that. So the next morning, my friends, like, you got to meet up with your friends because you guys know how I am about tardiness. I don't like people. I don't wait for other people, which is another story time. Kenya not waiting. That's one of the story times I'll tell, like, before Vlogmas, the time Kenya was a bad friend. But I don't wait for people. I don't like to wait for people, so I don't want people waiting for me. So if my friends say we are going to meet up at a certain time on the quad at this time, I'm going to be there. It doesn't matter that I didn't get any sleep. This is why I was sick my whole freshman year of college. So I go. I do what I'm supposed to do, and I'm at the quad at 11 o'clock. We tailgate all day, and tailgating at the bench is not just sitting there, because you could think, can you just sit down and rest? That is not tailgating at UA if you are a student. If you are an alumna and if you have your own section, it's easy to sit down, watch TV, do that. But if you are a student, you are mixing, you are mingling, you are going to this tailgate and that tailgate and seeing friends over here and walking over here and meeting up with this person's boyfriend and this person's side chick and this person. You're meeting up with everyone, so it becomes a lot. So I am exhausted before the game even starts, but I go to the game. So we go to the game, we stay at the game, it's all fun. My friend's dorm is directly across from the stadium. So if you can go to UA, because I know a couple of you do, she lived in Harris, and you guys know Harris is the crackhead hall. So she lived in Harris, and I remember we were blowing out whatever team we were playing, so I didn't stay the whole game, but I knew that I wanted to take a nap. So I went into my friend's dorm at Harris, and I left the game, I took a nap, and I was recharged and ready to go for the night. So I was ready to go for the night, and we decided we were going to hit the town. Mind you, I never party on Saturday nights. And I used to always wonder, like, Kenya, why didn't you party on Saturday night? And I learned quickly when the night is over why I don't party on Saturday nights. Saturday nights on UA on campus is hectic because a bunch of people come from all over the freaking country to come to the football games. So parking sucks, transportation sucks, bunch of roads are blocked off. It is so hard to move on campus. Like, you can't move the same way you could have moved on a Friday night or a Thursday night because like the transportation isn't the same. So there's not buses taking you around the same way it like usually is, because they kind of like make you fend for yourself on a Saturday night. So me and my friends have hit the town. We have done everything we are going to do. So one of my good friends, we end up back at Harris, right? Mind you, if you go to the University of Alabama, you know this, but she lived in Harris. I lived in Riverside West, which is complete like day and night. Like one side of campus, the way other side of campus. It is a 20-minute walk. A 20-minute walk. That's what it is. So we've done the night. The night is over. It's looking like it's about 3:30 in the morning, but the buses are still running. But there's like two buses. There's like two buses to get everyone anywhere. And a lot of people aren't on them because it'll take too long, right? So the best move you have is to drive. Now, I had a car, but I didn't drive my car to the my friend's dorm because it was a game day. Any other day I would have driven my car and parked it somewhere, but I couldn't because there's no parking on a game day because it's Saturday, right? Right. You're probably wondering, Kenya, how does this end up with a stranger following you into your dorm room? Oh, hang in there, my friends. So my friend is on the phone because there was this what was it called? The 348 ride. 348 ride is the thing that's at the University of Alabama where you can call a 348 ride and they can come pick you up from your destination and take you home. And so I had a friend who worked for 348 ride and I wanted him to come pick me up. But here is the thing. He had a whole, either 348 ride was down, it was down. So every 348 ride, I don't know how it is now, but it used to get janky on Fridays and Saturday nights. So it was getting janky and no one was picking up the phone, or it doesn't work. Do they disable it after a game? It was one of the two. Either they disable it after a game or it wasn't working. Regardless, me and my friend, we are both trying to figure out how I get on the 348 ride. Now, when we all went out, this always happens with me and my crew. When we all went out, we were 5, 6 deep. There was 6 of us, and then we, some stragglers came along. But after you guys go from party to party, place to place, people start dropping off. So certain people go this way, certain people go that way, certain people go home. So by the end of the night, I think there was 4 of us. There was 4 of us. One of them lived at an apartment, so it was easy for her to get home because her apartment was really, really close. So we dropped her off first. Before we even got to the dorm, we dropped her off. Right. So now it's just me and 3 other people. Well, it just so happens 2 of the girls that I was with live in that dorm. So they lived in Harris Hall. So I was the only person left of the 4 of us who didn't have a way to get home because we dropped the other girl off at her apartment and the other 2 lived at the dorm that we was already at. So they were going to have a peaceful night's sleep. Kenya was the only one who didn't know how to get home. Now, one thing you're going to learn about Kenya is not the stay at your house girl. I am not trying to have a sleepover with you. You can say, oh, sleep on my couch, sleep on my bed. I'm not doing it. I'm not trying to have a sleepover. I liked my little dorm room. It was cute. My roommate always went home over the weekend. So I was like, I want my space. Kenya wants her Saturday night to herself. She wants to take a shower in her shower, and she just wants to decompress and get have a good Sunday and not have to worry about all of y'all. So that's what I do. So that's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm not staying at your dorm. So they're both trying to get me a ride. I'm trying to get me a ride. And then I see the bus pull up. So by the grace of God, so I'm thinking, I see the bus pull up. And this bus, because we're at Harris and my dorm is all the way across the campus, I know if I get on this bus, I'm going to be on this bus for 30 minutes. It's going to stop every which way, and I'm going to be on this bus for 30 minutes. But anyways, I do it. I'm like, you guys, let's stop calling. Kenya's going to bite the bullet because then they had this idea that they should walk me home. They decided to walk me home and then they could walk back together. But I wasn't going to make them walk. By the time they walked me to my dorm and walked back, it would have been 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. It would have just been too much. It would have been, I was asking for too much. I should have figured out how I was going to get home. So I never want to be a nuisance. So I'm like, I'll ride the bus, you guys. And they were happy. The minute I said I was going to ride the bus, they were like, okay, yay. Get on the bus. Just egging me on to get on the bus because they were like, girl, you on your own. But they were going to help me out, but I knew they didn't want to because they wanted to go to bed. It's the middle of the night. So I get on the bus. I get on the bus and the worst mistake of my life. Okay, so the bus is going fine. The bus is going fine. Now, everyone on this bus is drunk. Everyone, I am the most coherent person on this bus. Everyone on this bus is drunk except for I remember, okay, there was a bus driver and an assistant bus driver because I think they were about to switch shifts. So there was someone driving the bus. someone like waiting, like a bus driver sitting in the seat waiting to take over. And then there was like 6 or 7 drunk white guys in the back. And then it was me. I remember I was sitting in the seat right behind the driver, like right behind the driver. That's exactly where I was sitting, right? And then there were some other people that, like, at this point, I don't even remember. But the bus wasn't packed, to say the least. It was not packed at all, but there was enough people. It was like there were people on the bus, right? But there was a rowdy group of about 7 guys. Okay, remember that I told you there's another bus driver on the bus. Now, I see this other bus driver because we're staring at each other, because I'm sitting in the seat directly behind the bus driver. So I see right in front of me the other bus driver. So I know that they're about to switch off. That's what's about to happen. But no one else can see that because they're in the back of the bus and don't see that this guy is blatantly sitting in front of me. Like, they don't see that there's another bus driver. So we do about 1 or 2 stops, and we stop outside of like Tutwiler, which is another dorm, which is right by Harris. We stop there, and some people get on the bus, some people get off the bus, but it's still about the same amount of people on the bus. And the bus sits here for about 10 minutes, and 10 minutes when everyone's trying to get home feels like 20. So the bus has about 10 to 20 people on the bus, and I'm just like, I wish they would hurry up, because I see the guys switching. One of them, like, they're talking outside, and I see them talking, and I see that they're about to switch. And so I know what's going on. And I guess you have a different picture of things. If you're sitting in the back of the bus, you have no clue what's going on. You think the bus is stalled. But I see that they're just taking forever to switch position. They're taking forever to switch position. And so it's dragging. So one of the rowdy little white boys goes, "When is this bus gonna go?" And they just start screaming like, "Hurry the hell up, hurry the hell up," because they don't know what's going on. And mind you, no bus driver is on the bus. So I guess one of the bus drivers, mind you, both the bus drivers were black. This kind of matters, but I guess it doesn't. Both the bus drivers were black. There was an older black guy and a younger black guy. The younger black guy was the one who was taking over. So I guess he hears it's getting kind of rowdy on the bus. They're trying to get, I'm looking out the window too, like I'm looking out the door like, come on y'all, we trying to get home. But anyways, the younger black guy gets on the bus. And so he sits down and he's trying to, program the computer, put his seatbelt on, get his bearings. And one of the rowdy white guys in the back goes, "Hurry the hell up." Now, because I'm behind the bus driver, I hear his patience growing thin. He's like, who is he talking to? And but I hear him saying this, because I'm right behind him, but they don't hear him saying this, right? And so this makes him take even longer. Like, he hears them acting an ass. And so the bus driver takes even longer. He's like, who the hell are they talking to? So one of them goes hurry the F up or something. And the bus driver's turns and said, "Do you have something to say?" And the most of the white boys just are nothing. They turn their head in shame. And one of the guys goes, "I was just saying hurry up. I'm just trying to say hurry up." He's like, "Do you want to come drive the bus?" They go back and forth. And so neither of them are backing down. But the bus driver, he had time that day. Because when I tell you he unbuckled that seatbelt. He unbuckled that seatbelt, and you guys, when I tell you, he tells the white kid to get up, the white kid gets up because he's kicking the white kid off the bus. That's what he's doing. That's what he did. Yes, I'm sorry. He kicks the white kid off the bus. He said, "No way, you get off my bus." And he's cursing, by the way. He's like, "Get the F off my bus. Get the F off the bus." But the white kid doesn't want to get off the bus. He doesn't want to get off the bus because he don't know how he going to get home, y'all. This is the only bus. So he doesn't want to get off the bus. No way, no how. So he's trying to ration with the guy. The guy has already, his friends are trying to vouch for him. The white boy's friends are trying to vouch for him, trying to be like, "Oh no, he's fine. We'll calm him down." And the bus driver's like, "No, y'all can stay on the bus. I don't have a problem with none of y'all, but he gotta go. This bus will not move if he don't go." And so the white boy who's getting kicked off the bus, because he knows there's no compromising, he got to to get off the bus, period. He's getting like amped up, and this bus driver don't care. Like, he's going back and forth. Like, they going back and forth. And he said, bus driver's like, I don't have to deal with this. I'm calling the cops. And that was the beginning of the end. So I knew then that Kenya was going to have to walk home. This was the only bus, and Kenya's going to have to walk. When he said, I am going to call the cops, I knew we were going to have to walk home. So it was at this point that the bus driver closes the doors to the bus to like trap the white kid on the bus so he can't move. And he calls the police. It doesn't take too long for the police to get to the bus because, like I said, it's a game day, and a lot of police are just standing around trying to get everyone, like, you know, like the police like stand around, like that's just on a Saturday night, on a game night, police are all over the place. So the police don't take I don't even know if it was the regular police or the campus police. I don't know. I think it's the campus police. Campus police comes, and I wish I could tell you what happens after that because I decide very quickly I have to go home. So I get up, so I tell the bus driver, I'm like, okay, like it's really late. Like at this point, it's like 4:30 in the morning. I'm like, I got to go. So I go, like, it's like 3:30. I feel like I like sped up the hours. It's like 3:30. It's still dark. Like, it's not feeling like it's about to be morning anytime soon. It's like 3:30. So I'm like, I gotta get home. I gotta go home. And so I decide, you know what? Don't fail me now, God. I am just going to walk this, and I am going to just stand by lights. I am going to try to call everyone in my phone, and I am going to hope that I do not get kidnapped or anything worse by the time I get home. So I say I am going to, it's not like I didn't know how to get home. I've walked this all the time because we were right outside the building where my math lab was. So I knew exactly where we're at. I know exactly how to get home. Like, I've walked this all the time, but it's the middle of the night and like I'm by myself. So I tell the bus driver to open up the door, get me off. So as I'm getting off the bus, this guy taps me on the shoulder and he's like, where are you going? And I said, I'm walking home. He says, you should not be walking home alone. I said, I know, but I'm not about to wait an hour for them to file a police report on this boy. And like, I'm not doing it. I could be home by then. That's what I was thinking to myself. I could be home by then, right? Like I could, period. So he's like, where do you live? And I did him one better. The kid trying to think on her feet. I said, no, where do you live? No, where do you live? Because I didn't want to say where I live so he could be like, oh, I live there too. So he'd be like, no, I want you to tell me where you live so I know you actually go here and you actually live. And he tells me where he lives. I forgot where he said he lived, but it sounded good enough. I didn't want to walk home alone. I'm not going to lie to you guys. This is just bad judgment, but I did not want to walk home alone. I was scared for my life because not only would I have to walk home alone, I had to walk like down the strip almost, which if you know what the strip is in Tuscaloosa, like anybody could be on the strip. Like that's where you really get got. And I didn't want to do it. I'm not going to lie to you. I did not want to do it. So all he had to do was tell me a half truth and I was going to be like, you can walk home with me. He walks home with me. So we're walking. I get immediately that like, I'm not going to die on the walk home. I realized like, okay, I'm not going to die on the walk home per se, but I don't know what would happen after. But I'm like, I think for the very least, I'll get to my building and then he may kill me. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, he's fine. So we were talking. I learned that he in fact went to UA. He was telling enough stories that I knew he went to UA. He had classes at UA. So like, it seemed pretty normal. Mind you, this is a 20-minute walk. What do you talk to a stranger about for 20 minutes? I don't know, but it wasn't awkward. I'm going to be honest. It wasn't an awkward walk back home, but we're just walking back home. And so my friends, I walk through, so I get to my like front thing. I get to my front door. I open up my front door. And I'm like, okay, this me. We're cool, right? We're cool. And he's like, yeah, we're good. And so obviously he's like, can I get your number? And I feel at the very least for walking me home, sure, Sure. At this point, I think we exchanged Snapchat. This is the Snapchat era. We're in the Snapchat era. It's my freshman year of college. So I think we exchanged Snapchats. But the plot thickens because I realized quickly, like very quickly, like, oh, I should like go to my room. But I don't think to myself that I should like make sure that he doesn't come in after me. He doesn't try to come in after me. So I walk in being normal. I walk in and I go up the elevator, you guys. I go up the elevator. And so when I get off my floor, it's normal. And then I'm like outside my hallway, I'm not to my room yet. And I see that he's walked up the stairs, you guys. He has walked up the stairs. And so he does something like, I forgot something. I forgot what he said he forgot, but it does not matter. So he like runs down the hallway to my room, you guys. Yes, at this point, I'm fearing for my life. At this point, I am literally fearing for my life because notice how Kenya dropped little hints of how this story is going to go. My roommate is gone, you guys. Remember 20 minutes ago when I said my roommate went home every weekend? Yeah, I'm home alone. I'm home alone. So I'm making up lies. I am making up lies, being like, so yeah, I'm going to go in. I know my roommate's going to this. And you guys, this fool, I unlocked my door because was my door almost already unlocked? I'm trying to see like what this was so long ago. Was my door already almost unlocked? Because you have to understand, I get off the elevator to the third floor. He walks, I don't know if he was like checking because the Riverside West is but so big. So me getting in the elevator and him going up the stairs at the same time, it takes literally the same amount of time. Really, I used to take the stairs because the stairs is actually quicker. You ain't got to wait on the elevator. So it doesn't take that long. I knew, obviously, because I took the elevator, he knew I didn't live on the like first floor or even the second, but I lived on the third floor. So was there anyone above me? I think I was the highest floor. And so I guess he was checking the floors to see which one I got off on. And so he like sees me, but mind you, because the elevator got there first, I'm pretty much already down my hall. So I don't know if I already had the key in the door, but like my door was open and he's still out there. So I'm like, my roommate, and I walk in my room. So I have a common area and there's two like bedrooms. That was my setup for Riverside West. I'm in my room and you guys, like the common area, he walks into my dorm. I guess that's the end of this. Maybe anticlimactic, you guys. He walks into my dorm and ask if he can stay and chill. And I almost lost my life. I said no. I said, no, you may not. No, you may not. And unfortunately, because we're women, I had to say it nicer. But I wanted to scream. I wanted to literally scream. Looking in hindsight, I should have screamed. Because like literally, I walked through my door. He walks through the door after me and literally goes, so you want to hang out? You want to chill? And I say, if you don't get the hell out, that's what I wanted to say. But inside, I was just like, no, I don't. Like, you can go. And luckily, he does leave. After that, I never saw this guy again. I don't know if that's the scarier part or what. I actually never see this guy ever again on campus. I never see this guy again. I'm sure I've seen him around, but I didn't recognize that I saw him around, I guess, because I can't even at this point tell you how he fully looked. Like, it was a lot. It was a lot. That was the time that I got followed into my dorm room, scared for my freaking life. I don't even know what he was running up the stairs to tell me. He had one of those stupid excuses, like maybe he put the number in wrong, or something dumb, or I forgot to tell you something. One of those things, and he comes running down the hallway. I will never forget the moment looking down the hall and seeing him running down the hall to catch me before I went into my room. My soul left my body. My soul left my body. Y'all wanted a story time. There's a story time for you, child. What else? we're done here. That took up most of the video. Should I do a favorite Frank Ocean songs video? You doing this makes me want to do that. Beyonce's best deep cuts are Hello and Smash Into You with a little mix of No Angel. Those are probably my favorite Beyonce's deep cuts. The distrust in the vaccine, we can end there because I want all of you to get vaccinated. People are just stupid. I think, like I've already told you guys this, a lot of people are more anti-vax than they give themselves like credit for. A lot of people don't realize they're anti-vax and don't even realize it. I think a lot of people are using their fear for the doctor, I put in parentheses, to disguise how they really feel about like vaccines, like you're anti-vax, because you don't have a problem going to the doctor any other time. I'm gonna tell you, people like look at me crazy because I'm not scared to get this vaccine. I'm just simply not. I'm just simply not. You know what? I'm scared to get COVID. I am scared to get COVID. I saw a tweet and I agree with it 100%. A lot of people are like, it took 9 months to make this vaccine. They're like, that's dangerous. No, to me, it shows that imagine what you can do if you're given resources and time. And like imagine the things that like human beings are capable of if the right funds are allocated to do something. That's what that shows me. Nothing in me believes that this vaccine is dangerous in any way. In any way. It's just I don't. I will be lined up to get me some vaccine. I think people using the Tuskegee experiment. It's so funny. I said this in one of my vlogs. I was talking about how y'all don't even know what happened in the Tuskegee experiment. Lo and behold, tweets come out and y'all believe that people got syphilis from the Tuskegee experiment. I knew y'all didn't know what happened in the Tuskegee experiment because the Tuskegee experiment actually kind of makes like, it's kind of like an anti-vax nightmare because it actually proves that, hey, if they would have gotten the treatment they needed, they could have not gotten syphilis. Like, do you see? They could have gotten rid of the syphilis. Like, do you see how y'all don't read things? How y'all don't read things? You just anti-vax. Just admit you anti-vax and we can work from there. Just admit that you're anti-vax and we can like move on from there, you know? Anyways, I guess that's where we're ended. Somebody says, can we go into because Real Housewives of Potomac comes on any minute now. Someone said, can we go into Real House of Potomac a little bit? I've heard about new footage supporting the cameraman allegation. Let's start there. Michael did exactly. Here is my problem. I didn't like that people were saying Monique was covering for Michael. I don't even think Monique believes Michael didn't do anything. Monique never said Michael didn't do anything. She said she didn't have the footage and she didn't see it. But Michael did that. What would that man have to lie on Michael for? We believe victims around here. And that man ain't had no reason to lie on Mr. Michael. And yes, that camera footage from Sharice's little party proves that that's what you do, Michael. That's what you do, Michael. You want to know another thing I want to say about Real House of Potomac? A lot of people think that Ashley has this elaborate plan. Ashley's dumb. Ashley is dumb just like her mama is dumb. Y'all give Ashley too much credit. Y'all believe that Ashley has this elaborate plan and she's going to take all of Michael's money and maybe, but for the time being, Ashley's just dumb. Like, I think Ashley takes being Michael Darby's wife day by day. Day by day. She knows she's not living under the bridge with her mama. She not living under the bridge with her mama no more. And you know, she just takes it day by day. I don't think Ashley has this long, drawn out, elaborate plan. I think she takes this thing day by day and she is trying and so because of that, she looks stupid. But Michael did it. But back to what you're saying. Yeah, Michael is creepy. Michael is a sexual harasser. And yeah, Michael is the definition of rich white man who feels like he can get away with whatever he wants to get away with. Like, Ashley is his beard. I will go as far. Do I think Ashley's Michael's attracted to Ashley. I don't know. Like, none of it makes sense. And yes, I do believe Ashley. Y'all, I don't like Ashley. Don't think because Monique and Ashley are in this, like, alliance little thing going on. First of all, let's be clear. Ashley is still friends with Robin, Charisse, and Giselle. So it's not even like I'm sitting here like Ashley's like a writer for Monique. Ashley is not a writer for Monique. She does not. I am only team Monique here. That is the only person I am team of. And Karen. I'm more team Karen than I am Monique. I love Karen. But Kenya will never like Ashley. I already told you that Ashley goes on the list of people who disgust me. That is a very, from Housewives, that is a very short list, but the list remains. And that is Kenya, Giselle, Candace, and Ashley. Maybe there's a few people sprinkled here or there, but those are my list of people who on Housewives I will never get down. Candy Burris is also on the list. I don't like Candy. I will never see it for them. I will never see it for them. I think they have, no, I don't like them. I don't like them. Now, Candy is on that list, not to the degree like a Kenya is on the list, but no, those are my people. I have a list of people I will never like in Housewives, and those people are on it. Those people are on it, so it's a no for me. It is an absolute no for me. You want to know who needs to come back to Housewives? I already told y'all Real Housewives of Atlanta got to do something new. They got to do something new. They got to do something fresher. And I feel, why not? I don't know. I was about to say bring Sheree back, but am I grasping at straws here? Cynthia got to go. The girls have to go. Everybody on Real Housewives of Atlanta has to go. Because let's look at what Drew Sidora. What made Drew Sidora's little storyline with her husband interesting is because it's fresh blood. We don't know what's going on with their life. Even though I don't think bringing Drew Sidora on the show was a great casting choice, at least it's new, marriage drama, It's not, a storyline. That's the thing. A lot of these franchises don't have storylines anymore. It's just meet up, argue, and there's no storyline. The Real Housewives of Potomac should not have had the opportunity to ice Monique out because y'all should have been having storylines, but no one on Potomac has a storyline. So it's good to see Drew Sidora have a storyline that's interesting. I want to know what her manipulative, crazy-ass man is going to do next. And that's what Atlanta needs. Atlanta needs a bunch of different girls with different storylines. Kenya's going to divorce Mark one day. Is that his name? Cynthia's going to is married. Candy's gonna open up a business. It's over. It's tired. It's stale. We've done it. Move on. Portia's gonna Portia. It's over. Get new girls, And LaToya sucks. Yeah. Did I tell you guys I watched The Wild and I hated it? Did I say that? Well, I watched The Wild first 2 episodes and I'm not really feeling it. I'm not really feeling it the way you guys are feeling it. It's okay. It's good background filler, but I'm not interested. I might keep going. Someone says James Charles shift to less makeup related content. James Charles has been making this shift a long time. This is what sets James Charles ahead of his peers. James Charles quickly realized just being a beauty guru was not the move. He needed to be a social media personality. And so James Charles has always made non-makeup related videos, and that's why his channel was able to grow. He knew to quickly not just stick with makeup, to make himself just James Charles, to make himself he talks about whatever he wants. When the last time James Charles did a product review? He don't do those. James Charles used to do product review. I feel like James Charles' last product review was what? Did he even do anything for Rare Beauty or anything? James Charles has long not just done makeup stuff, and that's good. I think it really is what sets James Charles ahead of his peers. It's what the most makeup stuff that he does is when he does celebrity makeup, but it's the reason, literally the reason why he is as big as he is, because he does so many other things. So I think it's smart for James Charles to continue to move in that lane because it opens up a huge range of things. So I think that's good for James Charles. Anyways, that's where we're going to end it. This is the end of Vlogmas Day 20. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.